Hi everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View, here to do another video. And today I decided to do an extension of yesterday's video. From the situation that happened one door down from me. And I'm not going to go into detail about that, but I felt it was important to do an extension of that. And examining that situation and how there are so many situations going on with everyone out there, and how you deal with trauma. And the reason why I'm on here all the time talking about healing and doing these videos and showing you how to do it is because I've gone through a lot of trauma in my life. And I figured out a way to heal myself from a lot of chaos that's been going on in my life. And all the situations that I went through and are still going through, or I am still going through, I found a way to be able to deal with it all. And not to say that we don't need therapists, because we do. Any kind of field that is diving into your trauma, trying to help you, is a good thing. But what I have found for myself in letting go of a lot of my shadows, my shadow self, the darkness within myself, okay? Because we all have dark energy, we all have light energy. But you have to have a balance of both. But what I have found in my own life and going on this journey of the Great Awakening, I found a way to go within myself and to let go of one thing at a time, one trauma at a time, one hurtful event in my life at a time. And doing that, you release the dark energy off of you. And right now, everything is being shown to us in the outside world. Not only in our own lives, you know, the darkness that we've created for ourselves. We not only have to deal with that, but we also have to deal with what we see coming forward out there. Through our televisions, through the radio, through social media, through it all. We see all of the trauma coming out in the world, and it's being pushed in our faces. And right now, if you don't understand what's going on, the energies are balancing out. Okay, we are going through revelations. We are moving from the darkness into the light, into the age of Aquarius, into the golden age. Okay? And if you don't believe this stuff, you know, everybody has their opinions. But I have lived this world for many, many years now, in understanding what's going on. From what I'm being shown from spirit, from my spirit guides, from my ancestors, through the natural world, where God exists. I mean, God is not only inside of you, mainly inside of you, but God is in the natural world. He works through the natural world. And when you are connected, with the spirit realm, God and the Holy Spirit. Okay, this is not some voodoo stuff. But when you work with God and you understand that God is the flame inside of you, and you go through this process of opening up your chakras, CHAKRAS. You open up your 7 chakras in your body, your energy centers in your body. And you work your way out of the lower energies, the lower energy centers in your body, devil energy, and you work your way up into the heavenly energies. Okay? Darkness, lower half, light, the upper half of your body. When you go through this process, through meditation, through a lot of different things that I've talked about on my videos, when you go through this process, you start to awaken. And we're going through the Great Awakening right now. If you don't know that, I'm here to tell you. And there's many others that understand this and they're trying to help. But when you go through this process, you will be shown information. You'll be shown information about what's going on in your world, as well as the outside world. And that the truth is being revealed in all aspects. For those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You are being shown, through all the programming that's going on out there to keep you in fear, to keep you stuck. And all of that programming is keeping you in the darkness. But when you go through this process of healing, God will show you the truth of everything in your world and in the outside world, and how the universe works, how energy works, and what is happening right now. But the main reason why I come on to these videos and try to help you, which many are doing, guys, there's many out there that are doing this, that are trying to help you understand what's going on. The main reason I do this is because it's a gradual process. And it takes time. And a lot of people are being overwhelmed right now with everything they're dealing with all the darkness out there and inside of them that they haven't dealt with. They're being overwhelmed and they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle the domino effect of emotions that they have trying to deal with it all. What they see with their eyes, what they're realizing, all the lies that were told to them. Hold on a minute. Cleo. Every time I have her in the car, she's got to give herself a bath. But anyways, so everything is being revealed out there to us. And if you don't heal it, if you don't see everything happening out there, understand what's the truth and what's a lie, if you can't see through it all, okay, you're just accumulating more and more and more trauma on yourself. And right now there's a call for you to wake up. You're being called. God is calling you to wake up, to see all of the lies and the ugliness out there, and to see the truth of everything. And the truth is not pretty. It's very ugly. And you're seeing it every day. You're seeing it in people. You're seeing it in organizations. You're seeing it in politics. You're seeing it on the news, in movies, and entertainment. I mean, you can't even turn on the television anymore and find a good inspirational movie, guys. I just had this conversation with my daughter again. She's so frustrated because she can't find a good inspirational movie because it's all about death and, you know, even the cartoons. Nothing is like it used to be. And we're changing. We're transforming in every way. Not just what's in here in ourselves, but what's out there and all around us. Everything has changed. Nothing is the same, and it's not going to go back to what it used to be, because we are in a position of transitioning, and the old world is leaving. We're having to look at everything in a different light. And hopefully you can still see me, guys, because my screen just went a little dark. Didn't touch it, but all of a sudden it just goes a little bit darker on me. No coincidences. But anyways, so everything is being transformed in our lives right now. And what you see out there and what's happening in your own lives, you're being asked to see for what it is. You're being asked to see it for the ugly truth that it is, and that there needs to be change. There needs to be a transformation on a personal level, family level, work level, anywhere now in the outside world. Change is required. And a new world is beginning. We are in the golden age. But we are in transition. And so you are seeing everything out there, everywhere, transitioning. And things are being brought to the light. And what I mean by that is that the energies are balancing out. You know, there's been so much darkness pushed out into the world. You know, this is all a world we've all created, guys. Through our thoughts, because your thoughts are powerful. Through your actions, your words. Everything about you is powerful. Because you are a child of God. And you have abilities. When you go through this process of healing and the Christ consciousness journey, your mind will awaken. There's a reason why there's only a percentage of your brain that works, guys, or that you realize that you can attain. There's other parts of your brain that you can awaken through this process of awakening. When you learn enough information, when you are shown what the truth is through all the lies, when you're being given information through no fluoride in your water or toothpaste, you can awaken and activate your pineal gland. Okay, right here. But through a lot of meditation, which I need to do more of lately, but I used to do a lot of it, and I would be sent information. I would be sent epiphanies. Your intuition is heightened. There's so many things, you know, through your dreams, through spirit guides, you being sent information. But you can access this information, and everybody can do it. But it's how you do it, what you do, what you're willing to give up, what you're willing to sacrifice to get to that point. Spending a lot of time alone, because God wants to get you alone to help you see what's going on in your lives. God is not somewhere out on a cloud. There's been a lot of lies told about religion, guys. And many may disagree with me, I get it. But through my own experiences, okay? And I used to be Catholic. I have changed my beliefs 100% on what I believe. But through these things, you can awaken more of your brain. And you can communicate with the natural world. I have done this process myself. And there are many others that have done it and are doing it. But I'm on here all the time through my healing videos because if you don't start this process, if you don't make an effort to start healing what's within you, you're going to become overwhelmed. And you're not going to know how to handle everything. When you go within yourself, after you open up your chakras and you go within yourself through meditation, you see your wounds, look at them one by one. Heal them through your tears, through your emotions. You got to see that experience and relive it and heal from it. And you let it go. And forgiveness is a big part of this process. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because if you live in a lot of the dark energies, guys, you're going to be controlled by entity attachments, by demons. You're going to be controlled. But the more darkness you let go of yourself and you get it off of you, the more you will become the light. The more you will bring the light back into your body. Okay? And your tears are golden, guys. Your tears are gold. You do this through your emotions. You cry it out. And society has taught us to hold our emotions in. Don't show your emotions. Don't let other people see you cry. Men don't cry. They got to be strong. Don't show anybody how you really feel. No. It's the total opposite. And through my own experiences, this is what I've learned. Because I held my emotions in my whole life. I was scared to speak. I didn't know who I was. Didn't know what I believed. Didn't trust people. Didn't trust myself. I created a lot of darkness within myself. But the more I went in and I looked at all the trauma piece by piece, and the more I healed, one day things stopped triggering me for the most part. And I learned to do this, and I still do this. But this is how you heal. And right now, there's so many struggling and not being able to handle what's being thrown at them, what's being shown. In this work, this healing work is very important for you to be able to see what's going on. Okay, what the truth is. Because if you're believing a lot of the lies out there, God is not the lie. God is the truth. And the more lies that you're told and the more you believe, the more you go away from God. And the more you can't see Him. And, a religion is one of the big ones, guys. Unfortunately. I had to learn this for myself. But the main reason why I'm doing this video today is because you have to start your healing process. You've got to start doing it. It's a gradual process and it takes time. But the more you avoid it, the more you just keep watching everything out there happen and not resolve anything within yourself and not be able to handle, at the same time though, not being able to handle the craziness out there and the chaos, the harder it's going to get for you. And it's already hard. And you see everything happening out there with so many. And so many aren't able to handle it all. The more darkness you let off of yourselves, the more you can handle. The more light comes in, and the more you can handle. You have to get all of the trauma off of you, because your world changes around you when you do that, and it dominoes onto others. When you heal, you help heal others around you. It's a frequency, guys. It's a frequency. Everything is frequency and vibration. Everything is energy, an exchange of energy, and you need to balance your energy. Because just like the light, when you heal others around you, whether you realize it or not, because of your frequency. Just like a radio station, you change your radio station, you're on a different frequency. Well, this is how frequency works with us. But just like the light does that, the darkness does as well. So if you're not healing yourself, you're passing on your darkness to others. And that means your kids, guys. Domino effects as well. And everyone around you. That's how powerful you are. You don't realize that you are a powerful being of light. But through your life and everyone's lives, we accrue darkness, the layers of darkness that we've created for ourselves, or that we've dealt with, or that we accumulated in our bodies because of trauma, because of crazy situations that have happened to all of us. And that inner shadow, you've got to do the shadow work. You got to go in and start healing yourself so that you don't pass on your darkness to others. Because your darkness is your demons, guys. You've got to work through the chakra system of the body. Because at some point, if you're working a lot in the darkness and hurting others and manipulating others, controlling others through manipulative behaviors, deception, lies, and you don't heal yourself, you're not only passing that on to others, but there's going to come a point where you're not going to be able to heal yourself, and you're going to be controlled without your consent by your own demons. that's a serious thing, guys. I mean, look at everybody out there right now that obviously hasn't done any healing work on themselves. And you're seeing people change right before your eyes. And that's why. Because they have created a hell on earth. You create your own heaven on earth, or you create your own hell on earth. It's a state of mind, guys. It's energy in the body. It's devil energy or heaven energy. The power of the mind. You are powerful. Well, turn your pain into power. Instead of living in that struggle and hurt and anger, frustration, lies, control, manipulation, instead of living in all of that, you have another choice. You can go within yourself and start healing and move up through the body into the better energies, into the abundance energies, where you find peace within yourself. And we're being able to, well, we're being shown all of this happening around us right now because we're at a choice point. And you create your own world. Every single one of us creates our worlds. And you have a choice to heal or not. But I can guarantee you that all the deception out there, all of the corruption, everything happening out there that we're being shown is going to be put in our faces to see. And all the lies will be revealed, no matter how dark. And the only way that you're going to be able to handle more of what's coming in from every direction of darkness is for you to get rid of what's in yourself, the darkness within yourself, so that you can handle everything else that's coming in. The darkness is leaving and the light is coming in. And that's the only way to handle what's happening, to be able to handle what's coming in. And you have to do it a little at a time. You know, darkness comes in, we see it, we have to feel through it and let it go. Transmute the energy. The next thing comes up, we got to see it, feel through it, cry it out, whatever you got to do. You know, the lies that we're told, the deception, see it, feel it, let it go. You know, if someone was manipulating you and you didn't realize it, you're going to be shown. You got to see it, feel through it, and let it go. Little at a time. And this process has been going on for many years already. So, if you're just waking up, if you're just starting to see things happening, you know, it's a lot. It's a hard process. But everybody is awakening at the time that they are supposed to. Okay, everything is in divine timing. So if you feel like you're behind, you're right where you're supposed to be. But look at it as a blessing. Look at your awakening as a blessing, because you're being shown. And unfortunately, there's going to be some people that are too programmed to see the truth, guys. You know, we can't wake everybody up. We can't make them see the truth if they don't want to see it. We can't push our beliefs on them if they don't want to believe it. Because we all have free choice. We all have free will. And you can give people information. You can try to help them see the truth. But if they don't want to see it, that's their choice. And you have to let it go. You're doing more harm than good. And if you're going against someone's will, that's karma, guys. Don't even do that. Karma's very real. You don't want to cause more problems for yourself. If you are just awakening to what's happening, or if you're not awake at all, I would highly suggest you look up Dolores Cannon on YouTube. Okay, last name Cannon. She's written many books, but she also has many lectures on YouTube. Amazing woman. But listening to her information, it's incredible. But it's a good starting point. And one of her lectures, it's called The 3 Waves of Volunteers. Okay, and she's predicted a lot of things and what's happening now. But I would highly suggest you go check her out. Okay, again, she's on YouTube under the 3 Waves of Volunteers. Okay, but very good information. It might open your eyes a little bit, but the more you see, even if you don't believe it, it's like a file system in your brain. The more you see, the more things will start to make sense. The more things will be revealed to you. And you'll get to a point where eventually you will totally awaken. And you'll see everything for what it is. You'll see the Matrix. I just saw 333 on the clock, guys. 333 is the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And everything is math. The universe is math. Once you start to awaken, you'll start seeing 2-digit numbers, 3-digit numbers, all over the place, on everything. It's a frequency. It's a frequency change. But go check Dolores Cannon out. I did mention that I was going to make a list of channels that I followed over the years, but I did mention in one of my videos that I wasn't going to do that because I think it delayed me quite a long time. Even though I accrued a lot of information, which that was my journey. It was meant to happen that way, and nothing is a coincidence in your life. So I know that was my journey. But I think it delayed me quite a bit on learning information. So I think I'll drop names like that once in a while that are important on the spiritual journey with spirituality. And the more and more you learn, the more things will make sense. But yeah, with everything happening out there, you've got to do healing gradually. It's very important that you transmute the dark energy a little at a time so you can handle more of it, because it's going to keep coming, guys. It's going to keep coming. until everything is revealed to us. And this is being done on purpose. It's not to upset you, but at the same time it is, because all of this is trying to open your eyes to what we've all created on this planet. And the energies have to be balanced out. That's how energy works. You know, karma's real. And the darkness that we carry, we transfer to others, unfortunately. We all have energy signatures. We all have like an energy bubble around us. And the more we interact with others, the energy is transferred. Whether that's good or bad. So I've talked about clearing your energies every day, you know. Learn about affirmations, your I am affirmations. You know, every day say, I am clearing my energies, and imagine a white light coming through your body, and you breathe out your shadow, your darkness, your, you know, like gray matter, okay? Do that every day, you know, as much as you can, really. And I forget quite a bit to do that as well. But, you know, the power of the mind is amazing, guys, and the spiritual realm is very real. It's more important up there than it is down here. Definitely more important. And you have to have a balance of both. If you only have the world down here, you're imbalanced. You're not getting help. Your angels are there to help you. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, they're all there to help you. They're all surrounding you. You just have to ask. You got to ask for help. You know, this message, I know I repeat a lot of information in my videos, guys, but like I've said before, I don't know who's seen my videos and who hasn't. And I don't want to leave out important information. So I try to add a little bit, you know, here and there into my videos. But I also repeat information, because like opening up your chakras, that's the main thing that I'm talking about here. Your energy centers. You've got to find a balance of both your darkness and your light, because we are both, and you can't work with one without the other. One doesn't work without the other. Okay? Everything is balance. You know? As above, so below. As within, so without. Yin, yang. You know, inside, outside. Everything has an opposite. And so do you. And this is how energy works. But you have to find your balance. And the way to do that is to go within yourself and heal your wounds one by one. Cry them out. Your tears are powerful. You've got to find 0 point energy right here. Okay? This is how we heal one person at a time. And we have less trauma happening out there. The more people heal, the more the light comes in, and the more the light dominoes onto everybody else. So do this gradual work. If you're not doing the healing process, you're going to get overwhelmed if you're not already. And you're going to be in fear. You're going to be staying in your trauma. And you're going to be accumulating more darkness the more you see. The more you witness, the more you see through your eyes. You know, it's a good idea to shut all that off. You know, if you can shut off the outside world, you know, to a point, do it. Spend time alone. Find God out in nature. Get out there and put your feet on the ground and connect with my Mother Gaia. She's trying to heal you through your feet. Okay? It's an amazing process, but she can help heal your nervous system, your anxiety, your trauma. There's a reason why a lot of cultures don't wear shoes, or used to not wear shoes, but some still do, some tribes, because they know what the natural world does. They know what the earth does. That was their healing process. Because we are all connected, guys. We're connected with the earth. We're connected in the spiritual realm. We're connected down here. There's many ways to go about your healing. And whatever that is for you, I hope you find it. I hope you take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror. Take accountability for everything that you've caused in your life and in others' lives. You know, I've had to do this. And forgive others. Forgive yourself. It's all important in this process. The more you forgive, the more you let the light work in your favor. The more the light comes in and helps transmute your darkness, the more light you can hold within your body. The more darkness you let go of, the more the light takes over. And the more peace you're going to find. And the more you're not going to be triggered and pass on all of that darkness on to others. It's a needed process. And I hope you find it. I hope you're seeing this. And if you haven't seen this, the algorithms through this video will find you. Because that's how it works. Everything that's being shown to you is being shown to you for a reason. Your social media sites will show you things that you need to see. But this video will find you. Whether it could be today, tomorrow, years down the road, guys. When you need to see it, you will see it. Just like any other videos out there. The algorithms work that way. And God's world, everything is through God's world, guys. God works in mysterious ways to help wake you up. To help you see the truth of all the ugliness out there. He will work through people, places, things, your social media. He'll work through everything to help you see the truth. And you can avoid it all you want, but in one way or the other, the light always wins. The light will reveal the darkness. So it's up to you whether you want to reveal it yourself or let God handle it. Because He's already revealing a lot. With a lot more to come. And like I said, the more you let go of, the layers off of yourself, your shadows, the more you can handle. And the more you become the observer instead of internalizing all the trauma from out there. You got to do this a little at a time to handle it. Because I see what's happening everywhere. But it's like I've separated myself from it. You know, that's part of this process as well. You learn to separate yourself from everything happening. You see it, you work through it, coming to a point whether you see it as a truth or a lie, and you feel through that, and you let it go. And you don't take any revenge out on anyone. You don't use darkness with darkness, guys. Love wins through darkness. Forgiveness wins through darkness. And letting it all go to God. Give it all to God. And He will work in your favor. He will work through anything to bring you justice, to bring you to a point where you see the truth, and He will work in your favor. But you have to believe. You gotta have, it's more than faith, guys. It's like a knowing, You gotta have at least that mustard seed of faith. At all times. It doesn't matter what happens in your life. Doesn't matter. You gotta know that God is working in your favor. And let Him know. When you're having a hard time, when you're dealing with something tragic, say, I am grateful. Because that will God will move you through that situation a lot faster. And get you where you need to be. To put you back on your path. And that's how God works. He will get you to where you need to be. When you are always grateful. And no matter what is happening, no matter who's hurt you, no matter the situation, say, I am grateful. And you will see how He works in the world around you to get you through that tragic situation faster. But there's a reason why that's happening, guys. It may be to help you see something or experience something, but it could be to get you somewhere else, to move you out of a situation to get you somewhere else. Okay, there's a reason for everything. God will work through everything to get you to where you need to be, if you believe. But if you're just doing it down here by yourself and you don't have a connection with God, with Spirit, I call God Spirit, you're going to have a really hard time. So now's the time to find Him. Now's the time to ask for help. Ask your angels for help. They're waiting for you to ask. And they will show you signs everywhere. I see feathers everywhere. And actually, I haven't seen them lately because, so much snow, but I will find feathers in the weirdest places. And spirits told me those are my guides. Comforting me, showing me the way, showing me that they're there. God works in the natural world. He works through everything, but when you have a close connection with Spirit, like I do, He shows me in so many ways and connects with me. It's amazing. God works through the animals in my life, and especially the animals. But when you go through this experience of awakening, in this healing process, you're going to experience so many different things, but you're going to experience miracles. You're going to be on that frequency. And through all of these things that I teach on here about how to heal, how to raise your frequency, how to connect, you're going to come to a point where you're going to be able to do it too. And you're not going to be in all that anxiety and frustration and anger. But through your emotions, this is how we heal. Through your tears, this is how we heal. Meditation, grounding, being in nature, this is how we heal. Your emotions are so important and powerful. And you have to take a good hard look at yourself and start the process, or you're going to be overwhelmed with all the information out there that's coming in for you to see and to transmute from all that darkness into the light and to be able to see the truth. I hope you take this journey, and I hope as many people as possible see my message, because this is needed. Everyone needs to do this, and it's an ongoing process. There's no finality, guys, but peace is the prize. The truth is the prize. Even if it's really ugly, you got to see all the dark as well. It's not all love and light, guys. You're going to see a lot of the dark, and you're going to have to know how to handle it. And if you get too much of it at once, you're really going to have a hard time. So many are hurting, so many are struggling. But you have to see the darkness before you can see the light. This is how this works. It's how energy works. So, okay, guys, it was a longer video today, but I wanted to do an extension from my video yesterday on the situation that happened with one of my neighbors. And when you're in this process and you can see above like an eagle, an eagle's eye view, what's happening around you, I knew that he was struggling with some really dark stuff. I could read his energy. And God leads me to see what I need to see. He will direct my eyes to what I need to see. And He will do that in your lives as well, if you let Him, if you go through this process. Okay, guys, until next time, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View, and I wish you all healing, and be safe out there, and take care of yourselves. Start the process. All right, peace, love, and light, guys. Kristen from A Voice and a View.